Okay, Reverend Jackson.
Sir, how are you?
I am well. I hope you are too.
Very well, sir.
It's been a while since we've talked.
Yeah, I'm on the way to the debate tonight.
Indeed. I'm curious your thoughts on the debate, and I also wanted to get your thoughts on the latest police shootings and how you think our nation is moving, changing, beginning to, it seems to me, in a consequential way to react to this sort of thing.
Well, we've become as a nation much too violent. We're the most over-militarized nation in the whole world. States where you can have an open carry of weapons. You can have military assault weapons from which the police cannot defend themselves, not the public. These are weapons of mass destruction. They're weapons of terror. We should ban assault weapons, and that does not affect your right to bear an arm. If you have a background check, reduce the number of people who are not fit to have an arm have to have one. Of course, they look at what happened in Texas and in Baton Rouge. When these assault weapons are unleashed, the police cannot defend themselves, not the public. That is wholly irrational. That's a piece of it. Second, we know that many people mentally ill are going to access these weapons. And therefore it makes the world for us a more dangerous place.
Yeah.
And of course, some of the police, unfortunately, become rather trigger happy, shooting people unarmed in the back, and that's unacceptable. And of course, it must stop.
Yeah. Do you expect to see or hear a discussion of issues like that in tonight's debate?
Well, I certainly hope it will. I think that when Mr. Trump says the inner citizens have become much too violent, well, as long as you have these assault weapons and don't have background check, you're going to have more weaponry, and that does not make us more secure. Yeah. Secondly, if you're against the poverty, then you have to raise the wages of working people and support affordable health care so people can work their way out of poverty. Of course, the thousands upon thousands of what one might call these temporary jobs. So you work 8 or 9 days, you're laid off on the 90th day because you would have a full-time job. If you did that, that would be benefits. So the temporary worker scheme, the part-time worker scheme, working folk without wages, adequate wages scheme, those schemes must end. Must have a foundation beneath which no one who works will fall.
Yeah. It seems at times that the United States increasingly, particularly since the Reagan era, has been set up merely to facilitate business. We pay the highest drug prices in the world. We pay the highest prices for dental care in the world. We pay the highest prices for eyeglasses in the world. We pay the highest prices for all medical services, and that's just one area, and that's in medicine. I mean, you can.
At the point you go across the border to Canada, the same medicine cheaper, and they make it illegal to get the same medicine cheaper across the border. That is wholesale exploitation.
Yeah. Yeah, it's almost like we have a business, not a country, and it's absolutely,
we reduce people to commodities as opposed to real human beings for which we care something about.
Yeah. So, in your opinion, how would a Clinton presidency differ from a Trump presidency in these regards that we've been discussing?
I think the first one would be to support the protected right to vote. When Judge Roberts in this court moved in 2013 to remove the protected right to vote away from us, then the South, but not just the South, moved immediately to bring in voter ID and other schemes to make voting more difficult, remove early voting, remove Sunday voting. And what the appellate courts found in Texas and in North Carolina and Maryland and Wisconsin and North Dakota is that these were racial patterns designed to disenfranchise people. And so they said we should restore easy access. And Trump says no, and Hillary says yes. That's the distinction that's significant because the crown jewel of our democracy is the right to vote. And they've not found fraud, but they have found schemes to disenfranchise people.
Right.
Secondly, the issue of affordable health care. 20-plus million people have health care now who did not have it before. And, in fact, more people need it. Where Mr. Trump said the first thing he would do would be to cut affordable health care. Replace it with what? Well, we don't know. all livable wages. Working people deserve a wage that they can make a living off of. He thinks wages are too high. That's the distinction. Or to ban assault weapons, which have made us increasingly less secure. You can shoot up theaters and churches and shoot down airplanes with these weapons. Why would we make them legal and accessible? There are distinctions between the two of them that matter to me very much.
Yeah, it seems like there's a fairly broad range of topics, on which there are very real distinctions, and the media has done a terrible job of even pointing any of them out, frankly. The Reverend Jesse Jackson, the founder and president of Rainbow Push Coalition, minister, civil rights activist, author, former Democratic presidential candidate. Reverend Jackson, great to have you with us today. Thank you for dropping by. Thank you.